I just got through watching a video about South Africa. Well, I've actually watched several videos about South Africa in my spare time over the last month or so. I've read what I could about South Africa over the last several months. The oh, the the video I just watched kind of set me off a little bit, but a lot of what the guy said was true. It's a land grab. South Africa produces a lot of food. It's an industrialized nation on the African continent. It has ports, rich farmland. It's an important chunk of the continent. We all need to pay closer attention to what's going on there. Something the guy said about, one of the neighboring countries, it got destroyed from the inside out. I mean, the government was destroyed. People were hacking each other up with machetes and had, Muslims killing Christians, Christians killing Muslims, everybody killing everybody just because you weren't the same bunch of folks. They went through a drought and there was no food and they couldn't get them to aid. There was a bunch of warlords that would take the food. And their currency cratered. According to this guy, now they're dealing with U.S. dollars there. That's worrisome. But refugees from that country are flooding South Africa. And, there are people fleeing that country into South Africa. And now you've got the poor, non-landowners, killing landowners and taking their stuff. There's no other way to put it. Doesn't matter who started it up, but right now there are mobs of people threatening the lives of the legal landowners, the people who developed South Africa into a food producing country, the people who generation after generation worked to make the property that they own produce to feed others. Now that country is fixing to go the way of everything else. There's something in my trash can. The thing is, if they're doing that, if they're doing that in South Africa, they're doing it, and we know they did it in Argentina. That wasn't caused by their president. That was outside. Afghanistan's trouble came from outside. We can just go on and on and on. Syria, that was outside. We got plenty of stuff to worry about without worrying about an EMP or crashing stock markets or whatever, which I unfortunately have to keep up with those things. And they're doomed. I don't know how much longer they can hold out. Every time I hear that oil has gone up another few cents, it drives me absolutely insane. Oil has to hover for the market to stay stable and produce, for it to make everybody money. I've lived the oil field. When the money goes up, when the amount per barrel goes up, everything booms and then everything crashes. It happens every time. People borrow money when it's $80, $90 a barrel. And then the price of barrel goes back down to below 60. And everybody that invested in that development loses their shirt. Now, the producers and stuff, they're fine because they get their cut off the bottom. It's the people playing the markets that take the hit. Now, what if it gets back up to $90 a barrel and it crashes? But it doesn't stop at 60 this time. We got lucky. It didn't run all the way back down to $12, $13 a barrel. If it gets down to $30 a barrel again at current cost to get that crap out of the ground, they'll shut everything down. They have to. They'll literally go out there and start flicking switches and turning the oil wells on. They'll send people home because the people that own the oil can't afford to sell it that cheap. They can send everybody to the house. They let all the, because it's not the subcontractor or the people that own that are going to call and say, hey, turn it off. They don't have any interest in who's going to have to pay the unemployment, blah, 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 blah. Those guys aren't part of your company. Those guys are contractors who work for other contractors. I'm sorry, but if you haven't figured out some way to get out of the city and live, you need to give it some more thought. The quarter. If you at the very least have not found a way that within 12 hours, ideally, of something going to hell in a handbasket, you can get outside of the populated areas. And I'm not talking the city proper. Look at all them suburbs you're going to have to go through. People are going to die in suburbs. It's going to be like a drop of soap, greasy water soap, and you're just going to watch everything go away. There'll be more death in the city, but then the suburbs are going to be aflame. Get out. Have a plan to get out. Because 24 hours after something really bad happens, all the roads are going to be closed. You're not going to be able to walk out. You're not going to be able to bicycle out. You better have your boss on speed dial. And if you think it's happened, tell them, hey, I got a family emergency. And you drive out. If you're wrong, you can come back. Don't wait till you're sure. If you wait till you're sure, You sure enough waited too late. I'm saying all this because I care about humans. For whatever reason, we kind of suck at being human. But I want as many of the good ones to make it out as can. Because we're going to need each other. Because there's going to be a lot of the bad ones that make it out too. What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? Who's got to call? You're not going to be able to trust anybody in a uniform. They're still wearing the uniform. They're vested in what that powers that be are doing. Worse, maybe possibly worse, or they're keeping the uniform on so they can seem legitimate in their marauding. Make friends. Real friends. Learn something. Learn how to do stuff with your hands. Because you, quite literally, you could be on the train when it hits. And what you got in your man purse or your lady purse, that may be all you got. You maybe have to get off at the next station and walk out. It could be that bad. Do you really want to go all the way into Newark Station and catch a bus and go all the way home if it's already blown up? You're listening on your little thing. No, news bulletin. Riots in downtown, whatever. Ah, that's not where you want to go. You gotta be, gotta be ready to jump and run. I jumped and run a long time ago. We live in the middle of nowhere, outside of town, that's in the middle of nowhere. I can make a whole lot more money somewhere else. You can't spend money if you're dead. And that is a fact. Stay alive, nobody.